HANSA.newscast, presented by Korean Register, providing the best services, creating a better world by CARE.
Hi and welcome to HANSA Newscast. I'm Janne Silden, and today I'm joined by Ronald Epskamp from Bachmann Electronic and Professor Kjetil Nordby from Oslo School of Architecture and Design. Great to have both of you here to discuss your cooperation around OpenBridge.
Thank you for having us, Janne.
Yeah, thank you.
I will, as always, just jump straight into it and start with you, Roland. Ronald, you picked up the potential of OpenBridge quite early. What did OpenBridge deliver that Bachmann needed?
We didn't know by then, but Bachmann is always looking to bring a lot of standards to the industry. And we had some experience when we started developing our activities in the maritime sector, and we made some designs. But we are not the design engineers and we are not the operators. So we got a lot of critique, a lot of laughs. So we were very pleased when another Norwegian company called Norwegian Electric introduced us to OpenBridge, which bring the great user interface standards to the market. And now we are implementing them in our system.
Okay. Kjetil, OpenBridge is built on industry collaboration with the goal of improving safety for seafarers. How does a common design language help achieving that?
Well, this brings us back to around 2010, I believe, when we started working in the maritime sector in my group, where we noticed that there was a huge disparity between different user interfaces used in the same workplaces. So in the ship bridges, there was a lot of different equipment, and a lot of these equipment started to get very advanced digital user interfaces, and there was no common standard across the different equipment, which meant that the users need to learn different user interface philosophies on different equipment used at the same time at workplace. And that is not a good practice. So we looked at the existing standards, and there were not really any standard that was harmonizing user interfaces across vendors. And therefore, we thought that it would be a good contribution to the industry to create an open source design standard that would make it possible to harmonize user interfaces.
Okay, and OpenBridge started with the ship's bridge, but today it reaches much further. How has that vision evolved?
Well, partly by accident. What happened was that we of course started with ship bridges, and we got a lot of interest in the work we did there. And then it turns out that ship bridges is basically the control center for a lot of different equipment across the ship. So therefore, in order to support ship bridges, we needed to support a lot of different systems, such as machinery. And then it was natural to move that work over to the machine room, and then look at handheld devices and so forth. And then gradually, the system evolved into a complete industry-oriented design framework. So by covering all the systems that we need on the ship bridge, we also started to cover the equipment other places in the ship. And then we saw that this framework was useful on land, in remote operation centers, so we started to cover that. And then it grew into supporting VTS centers. And then now, for over a year now, we've seen that the system has started to grow into other industries, because it seems like the system that we have been using on bridge also is relevant on land-based systems. And it has been lacking a comprehensive design framework for industrial workplaces that is as detailed as OpenBridge is.
And this is worldwide or locally in more Northern Europe?
Well, originally, of course, 100% of our traffic was from Norway. Now I think the latest reading I have, about 12% of the traffic is from Norway.
Oh.
The rest is worldwide. And it has basically followed. First it was the European, Germany, Netherlands especially, that was looking at this together with Norway. Then UK came in, and then Korea was starting to involve quite heavily. And now Japan has also released systems. And we see that actually America now is the biggest user on our webpage anyways. We don't know what they are using it for. We do know that more American companies contact us. But yeah, it looks like it's now covering all continents. So it just have organically grown without any marketing or any. We had not used any resources for that really. It's just gone by itself.
Okay, yeah. Ronald, Bachmann has already commercialized OpenBridge with its SCADA platform. What does that mean in practice for your customers?
Commercialized is a big word because it's open source and we want to keep it open source. But we have seen over the past years that many vendors use just a part of OpenBridge for their purpose, and they had to develop something themselves. And we decided it would be great if a standard product as SCADA would integrate the whole template and offer it to everybody so they can easily use this for their specific systems. So it's available. Of course, you have to pay for the license, for the SCADA license. And of course, we will provide training, and you have to pay for the training. But that's it. The software, the template itself is standard. It stays open source, and that's how we want to keep it.
Yeah. So when a ship owner chooses a Bachmann solution based on OpenBridge, what are they actually getting? You mentioned training and stuff, but is it anything more? Is it a whole package?
Well, for now it's just this. I don't know where we are going. We are a technology supplier, and one of our main topics is provide standards. Because this is a standard, it perfectly fits into our philosophy. Of course, you will see on the SMM as well that we made a dredger control, that we made a conning display, that we made a power management display. But this is just to show what is possible. Any customer can do it, and this is what we are providing. We are not thinking of providing any solutions. This is for our system integrators.
Okay. This goes to both of you. How does your cooperation work today between OpenBridge as an open design system and Bachmann as an industrial implementation partner?
Well, Bachmann is part of our research efforts. So the backbone of OpenBridge is a series of research projects that have been going on for many years now, where a lot of different industry actors are collaborating. They are joining seminars and they are sharing critique of OpenBridge and input to OpenBridge and getting access to our knowledge. So that's the first level of collaboration we have with Bachmann, where they basically are joining the open source community to better the safety for all. And then we have direct contact through our Slack channel when they are providing, again, criticism and requests and support for developing both the design side of OpenBridge and also the open source code libraries. So it's a direct connection. And Bachmann has been working with us for many years now, so they are a very, very important part of our development. But they are kind of joining a lot of other companies that that all are contributing to making OpenBridge as good as it can. That's kind of the superpower of OpenBridge, is the fact that everything is open, everybody can contribute, and everything is shared.
So maybe I'd like to add that Kjetil said he didn't do any marketing, we did. So we took it to exhibitions, we invited Kjetil to our booth, so he could invite his customers and the people in the market to show what is available. We even opened an office in Oslo to be close to them. Not completely true, but we are in Oslo now. We have an office there, and we have a developer in the office in Oslo who is just focusing on developing the integration of the OpenBridge. And it is not only the OpenBridge software, which is really open, but also the people at university are very open, very welcoming. So it is really a pleasure to collaborate.
Yeah.
I should add here that it's really, companies like Bachmann is really important for us because they are making software that make it easier to use OpenBridge. And that's kind of part of the plan here to make OpenBridge part of the ether, if you will, of maritime development. That is a new ecosystem for collaboration and the more companies that kind of start working with the system, the easier it will be to use it and more economically viable it is.
Yeah, and you're very successful so far. It's moving really forward, considering starting with Norway and now worldwide.
Yeah,
and it made our life easier because when we show the possibilities of our platform, our technology, we're only discussing the technology and not what is your purpose, what is Bachmann doing here. People understand much better now that we are a technology supplier, that we are a partner.
Yeah, and during this year's SMM, you're also having an event showcasing. Do you want to say anything about that?
Well, first of all, I'm very pleased that we can co-host this, and the event is all about OpenBridge. It's no commercial event on Bachmann, so I think this is very important. I think this will come automatically when people want to use it. So we have a 50-minute, and you will part of it too, Janne. You will moderate it. So that's great, and I hope for a lively discussion and show the audience what is available on OpenBridge, and of course a little bit how we integrate it into a standard platform.
Yeah, and that's on Friday, hall B6 on the digital
B6
stage.
Yes, very close to our booth.
Yeah,
I will also add that I'm bringing large parts of my team over to SMM, and we will be there several days. So it's possible to contact me or my team if somebody would like to have discussions or demonstrations of OpenBridge. There also are several companies showing OpenBridge at the fair itself.
That sounds like a good plan and a good start for the autumn and after vacation time, doesn't it? Looking forward to see you there. Looking forward to a great event, and thanks a lot for sharing your insights and your cooperation on HANSA Newscast. Thanks for listening to HANSA Newscast. Subscribe now for more insights and stories from the world of shipping. And feel free to visit HANSA.news and sign up for the HANSA newsletter to stay up to date. And hey, see you at the next episode. Bye.
HANSA Newscast, presented by Korean Register, providing the best services, creating a better world by CARE.